Hi guys, this is Aika from Mongolia Live. Today we're here to build a special type of gid, which is the camping gid, or it could be called glamping, in other words, glamour camping gid. And the specifics about this is that it's so much lighter than the traditional gid, so you can take it anywhere you want, and it only consists of 3 bags, which weigh in total 120 kilograms or 250 pounds. Personally, I've never ever built a gear, so this is going to be really interesting for me as well. So let's unwrap it!
So we start with the wooden structure, and the first are lattice walls, or the main body of the glamping gate. And so the gate comes with 2 pieces of walls, and what you do is you stack them on top of each other in the shape of a circle. And this way it is adjustable, easily erectable and foldable, and most interestingly durable during earthquakes and whatnot. Now we move on to the second wooden structure, or the door frame. Here it's like a simple Lego game where you assemble it in this shape. So just a simple tip about building your gate. In our tradition, the door must face the south or the southeast where the sun rises, and it helps tell the time as well as prevent from the northern wind that we face here. And so the door frame here is the main thing binding the lattice walls. This wheel-like wooden structure is called the ton, and we have many different names for it, which either mean that it lets the light inside or lets the light of the fire outside. And here we're fastening the tension cable to form this circle shape, and it's basically the window of the gate. And as I've said before, it also helps tell the time. And this ton is specifically called the Tamkhra ton, which is the most suitable for travels and moving in nomadic traditions. We're gonna maintain the ton up high using a metal pillar which we call bagan, which in this case is 2.2 meters or a little over 7 feet long. And unlike the traditional gate which has 2 pillars, we're only gonna have one to attach to the ton because it makes it way easier to erect. And it has to be extremely straight so that the gate doesn't tilt and fall in harsh winds. And we think of it as akin to the legs of the human body. In this clamping gate, there are 2 inner straps which hold the lattice well in place, and it has to be adjusted a lot of times later for the roof poles or rafters, or ön in Mongolian, so you loosely tie it here. Now the last structural wood is the ön, or it could be called rafters. So there are 2 pieces which you assemble and then plug into the ton. And the end of the rafters have a rope which you wrap around the wall sections. So you have to hold the ton in the center of the gate and adjust the rafters accordingly, and then wrap that horsehair around the wall sections. And we previously made a video about how to make this rope with horsehair. And so in this process, the straps are adjusted and readjusted every time, a lot of times. And the ön it resembles sun rays within a gate, as you can see here. Now we move on to the softer components of the gate, or the covers, and this first cover is made from a breathable white cotton, and it is used to regulate temperature inside the gate. And you can probably see here that you have to be pretty tall to build the gate. And the second cover is a green tarpaulin, or a material called brezent, and it is followed by a third layer of waterproof cover, and it is a white polyester, I think, material, and they're all supposed to be very breathable for ventilation purposes. Moving on to my favorite part of the gate are the straps, and They are basically like cute belts for the gid, and there are three outer straps representing time, so past, present, and future, or the young, middle, and older generations for strength and unity within them. Speaking of strength and unity, this canvas door came from a time where there was no theft. And to set up this easy canvas door, you basically button three buttons, and that's it. So on each side, there are also two buttons way down, so you can close and lock the door that way.
Here.
And the Khayavch is the lining of the gid. It's where it meets the ground, and it serves as the ventilation system. So when you open the Khayavch, cold air enters the gid and hot air rises through the ton. The urch is a square felt that covers the ton, and we close it at night just as you would close the curtains, and open it in the morning and form a triangular shape. The last step is the side strap that tightens over the ton cover, and you stick your gid, and voila! You can get a taste of the 13th century by living in this glamorous gid for 3 to 4 days. And you should also not let the small figure of the gid fool you, and so here are 3 of our guys.
So that's a wrap. This was a video done in partnership with Mongolian. Mongolian is a Mongolian online shopping platform that supports Mongolian herders, tribal artisans, and basically every human in Mongolia. Okay, so if you do want to contribute to a sustainable and ethical cause and actually create real change, such as supporting his or his family, then please do support us. And we are getting a little commission from it, so please do buy it.
It protects from harsh winds, but lets our sound inside. It protects from stormy rains, but the smell of fur fills the air, mingling with the smell of burning wood. Man can only be in harmony with nature and live up to his divine potential when in silence, filled with the sounds of nature. Only nature can bring us to true understanding of existence. So I thought I really had to share that with you. And hope you enjoyed it, and tell us what you think about this gid. P.S. It is very convenient. All of the stuff we have just built in 30 to 40 minutes will go up into these 3 bags and back into the hood of our car.
이게 저희 저 같아요.